these dark themes, melancholic themes,
Yeah.
without any hope would be too much. It's too dark, too like I don't want it to, then it shouldn't be like, okay, good night. Let's go. Let's go and
Right,
die.
right, right.
That's
Exactly.
unbearable.
Yeah,
So all darkness needs some kind of a hope and a sense of positivity. Otherwise, it's a bit
that's awesome.
useless.
Yeah.
Useless.
Hey guys, this is Ryan with Ethereal Metal. I'm joined again today by Joel of Soen. Joel, it's always great to catch up with you. I really appreciate your time as always. And we're going to be diving into Reliance today, the band's upcoming album coming out January 16th via Silver Lining Music. We're going to dig into some of the emotions, the writing, and everything that shaped this record. Joel, thank you so much again. How have you been?
Pleasure to be here. Well, I'm great.
Good. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. So before we get serious, I just wanted to ask, imagine Soen's in-ear mixes got accidentally replaced with some of the most inappropriate songs ever, whether it be like Baby Shark, Ice Ice Baby, something like that, and you had to sing Reliance over them. Who in the band would completely lose it, and who would try to turn it into a masterpiece anyway?
Wow. Okay. That's a good question. Okay, so I don't I have to say I would lose it because I can't, throw my bandmates under the bus. But we would
Yeah.
probably I would say, but the inner mix sounds like Baby Shark basically. It's fucking it's crazy what you have
Yeah.
in your if people only knew what musicians hear in their ears
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
versus what's out in through the speakers. Yeah, that's it's
Throw it for a loop.
insane.
That's crazy.
Mm.
All right, cool. So Reliance is the title itself is loaded with meaning, trust, dependence, risk, vulnerability, on both a personal and a musical level. What did you find yourself relying on most during the making of this album? And what old habits or beliefs did you realize you couldn't rely on anymore?
Okay, like yeah. So what we could rely on is sort of, I think, was the sound of Soen that sort of just for every album it feels more and more what is it comforting. Like um we allow ourselves to experiment
Yeah,
with the music, and still we feel confident that we still have this special core that is the sound that
exactly.
it's gonna turn into a Soen song, and it's gonna feel like home.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Yeah.
And your vocals on this record feel at times a little bit more restrained and more exposed. Was there a moment where a vocal line demanded that you let go, whether it be technically or emotionally, in a way that you didn't see coming?
um oh, many times, but I think many times, but I also like that. I
Of course.
try to
Yeah.
I try to challenge myself and push myself as a vocalist, and I want to be uncomfortable
Yeah.
when I like and yeah, well, I like the challenge, and I like when the voice gets a little bit has a little bit desperation. So if
Absolutely.
I'm if
Yeah.
if I'm too comfortable when I'm singing, it's probably not gonna express the emotions well enough. So I
The way you want them. Yeah.
No, exactly. And
Yeah.
because I don't want them to be perfect necessarily. I want them to express as much emotions as possible, or express what is needed for the song.
Absolutely. And there's also a sense of spiritual fatigue running through the album for me as well, but also like this quiet, kind of persistent hope. While writing and recording the album, where did that hope come from for you personally? And did the process reshape your relationship with hope at all?
Um, You mean the sense of hope that is in our music, or
Yeah, yeah,
in
absolutely.
the,
Yeah,
I think the hope comes from us as people, as persons. I think we always have hope, and we try to think positive most of the
yeah,
time. And I think writing this kind of themes, these dark themes, melancholic themes,
yeah.
without any hope would be too much. It's too dark, too like I don't want it to, then it shouldn't be like, okay, good night. Let's go. Let's go and
Right,
die.
right, right.
That's
Exactly.
unbearable.
Yeah,
So all darkness needs some kind of a hope and a sense of positivity. Otherwise, it's a bit
that's awesome.
useless.
Yeah.
Useless.
One of the tracks actually, Discordia, has been on repeat for me probably for about over a week now. And the new video that just dropped yesterday amplifies it. That pull kind of between like vulnerability and self protection feels so real, especially after something that I personally went through for around 13 years that left a really strong and very dark wall that was built up. When you were recording it, what part of that emotional unraveling felt the most personal for you to personally step into?
Um, I mean, during the no, but during the recording, yeah, it's difficult to answer maybe in that sense. It's a very emotional song. It
Very,
demands a lot.
yeah,
It demands a lot. Uh, but but yeah, the theme of that song is kind of related to the theme of the album as well,
for sure.
because it's
Absolutely.
reliance, to have the courage to depend on other people.
Yeah,
And this idea, maybe that this idea that to sort of pop a hole in the idea of that you're strong if you are independent,
yeah,
and if you only care about yourself, you will always win in the end. No, that's the sort of, that's the weak choice. The strong choice is to be able to be vulnerable,
yeah.
and
I couldn't agree
to
more.
give,
Yeah,
to sort of to to be able to depend on other people. And 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 it's not easy to do that, and that can be
right.
a big, what do you say, that's a yeah, it's not easy for anyone. And
Yeah,
yeah, that's of course the theme of the song, that
yeah, absolutely.
how hard it can be to actually be able to allow yourself to be dependent,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
to rely on other people.
To me, it shows strength when people are able to do that. Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah.
that's great. And the band has always lived kind of between this contrast of like beautiful and the brutal, storms and stillness. What contrast on the album was the most difficult balance musically? And how did you know when you finally hit the right emotional chord?
Mm, yeah, it's always a part of our songs. This what would you say, like,
Yeah,
and well, we're talking about Discordia. I think that Discordia has this variety. It's sort of like, it's really a school example of the palette of Soen.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So it's an obvious example, I would say. And I think I do like Huntress as well. I think it's a bit special. It's a bit different for us. Has also many sides of Soen, but in a
yeah,
different light. You asked something else. It was, what was hardest during the recording? What was that like?
yeah.
Can you add, what was the question?
Oh, no, no, no. I was just saying that what was the most difficult balance musically as well?
Okay, yeah. No, I don't. I don't know. I can't pick or choose
Yeah,
one moment. I think maybe for us, it's. I think that comes, it comes with the DNA of Soen to do that kind of stuff. It's
sure.
something that sort of flows easy for us. For us, it's more challenging maybe to do a song like Unbound.
Yeah.
Because it's just straightforward, just like boom, like a train,
Yep, yep,
uh, which is not necessarily what we normally do.
sure.
So that's very challenging in that sense, since we don't do it that often. So
Exactly, exactly.
so yeah.
Cool. And also for me, this record kind of has like a lot of, I guess for lack of better words, emotional armor that protects you when it isolates you. Were there any defenses that you personally found yourself needing to lower during the process?
Mm, I would just say, like, generally always during recording, and like all what I have to lower and what all of us have to lower is our own egos.
Yeah,
Lower your ego, because your ego is only standing in the way of of the actual uh, of the actual music we are producing and the art we're
yeah,
producing. So I think that's always a challenge, but it's always something I constantly work with, and I think all the other guys are working with it too.
sure.
To lower your ego. Don't ever let your ego stand in the way of what you're creating, the art you're creating.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's great. And I wanted to ask also, with this being the first album with Stefan back on bass again, the chemistry feels completely natural. Was there a moment in the studio or even during some rehearsals where you felt that the five of you kind of locked in and you were like, yeah, this is definitely the new heartbeat of the band?
There was moments, uh, but they came very. It came so natural when Stefan came back to the band. It just,
Sure. Yeah,
it was so obvious that he was part of the family, and
of course.
that
Yeah,
that he's like integral part of the sound.
cool.
Uh, so when he was starting putting his bass in the songs, we just felt like, yes, this is what it's supposed to be. It's such an integral part of the sound.
Awesome.
Uh, so it was fantastic to have him there, and he locks in so well with Martin. They are like twin brothers or something when it comes to the music part. And
Yeah, they're locking
yeah,
in. Yeah, yeah,
they're
definitely.
locking in. They
Yeah,
really do, and they have a certain groove together.
cool.
So it's special. It's funny, but so I don't want to take away. I mean, because Slatujar is
Oh, of course.
also a fantastic bass
Oh,
player.
he's amazing.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's really amazing. He's virtuosely amazing.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. He's got a
I mean,
lot of talent. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, it's incredible what he does on the bass. Um, so we were missing his fantastic technique and everything that. But of course, when Stefan came, it's like that. Yeah, that child you have. I don't want to call it. Yeah, but
no, but I know
no,
what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
just feels right. Yeah.
That's awesome. And the phrasing, the musical phrasing, melodic phrasing throughout the album, it often goes against the grain of the music, not following obvious lines, but carving out its own emotional tone. Was there anything specific that guided these melodic instincts? And did you and the band find yourselves kind of purposely pushing yourself into unfamiliar territory?
Um. Yeah. The thing is, I think we all always do. We always do, and
Mm,
I always do too. Like I work a lot with pushing myself. As this conversation started, I don't want to be comfortable with
right.
my phrasings or my vocal expressions. It has to be challenging in a way, or
Yeah.
exciting. Uh, so Mm. yeah, a lot of challenges, and I work a lot on the vocals to make sure I express them the way they're supposed to be. It's like um yeah, it's and everything is about like making yeah, the song as good as possible, not like make me as good as possible.
Of course. No, it's about the art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the albums kind of always feel like they're speaking to someone quietly hanging on by a thread, almost like a hand kind of reaching out into the dark. While shaping this record, was there a listener, a feeling, or a specific story that you kept in mind?
Like all through the record.
All throughout. Yeah.
Uh, no, I don't think there was like a specific thought. No, because it's more about us humans in that sense, like in the realms
Yeah.
we have, like the society, your existence, and your relation to the people closest to you. That's
Exactly.
that's the
Cool.
closest I can get to a theme, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. There's definitely that theme kind of running throughout. Yeah.
Mm.
Cool. Um, Now, if the album were to act as a mirror, what would it reveal about you that earlier albums didn't?
Um, yeah, if it would, it would reveal more honesty and and more less gray areas, more black and white. It's very like clear. It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
uh, there's no filters, so it's kind of raw in its expression.
Mm,
That's
yeah.
that's what I would say. I would so I guess it would be if I go up and see the album in the mirror, it would be like watching yourself in the mirror on a early morning when you wake up and
When you
like
first pick up. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you just see the un yeah uncensored yourself. I don't- I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Um, so my final question for you when it comes to the album, when you look at Reliance as a complete journey, not just moments, what do you hope that this album becomes for you personally in 5 or 10 years?
I hope I will look back at this album and say that it was a very important milestone in our career. That
Nice.
because I think there's gonna be a lot of albums coming after this that will be fantastic.
Yeah.
But I hope it's gonna be like a very important milestone uh, that I can look back on and be really proud of.
Nice. That's awesome. Cool. So my very final question for you, I just wanted to jump into touring a little bit. Are there any plans? I know there's been nothing announced yet, but are there any plans to come back to the US again for this run?
There are plans. There are plans. I think if everything locks in, I'm sure we will be there like already like spring next year.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
Yeah. I don't want to, promise, but
Jump the gun or
I really
anything.
hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, Joel, it's been wonderful catching up with you as always. And again, I'm always thankful for your time. It's always great chatting with you. And for those watching, remember there's going to be a pre-order link of Reliance coming out January 16th via Silver Lining Music. The link will be in the video description below. Joel, thank you again so much.
Thank you. My pleasure.